Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. I see you all coming in. So excited to see you guys this evening. Hey, Laverne. Hey, Otissa. I'm going to get myself situated. Our guest should be here. Another amazing topic tonight. And I know I always say that because all the topics are amazing. But I'll be right back. Hello, Dr. Kelly. I am doing well, my dear. How are you?
Doing amazing. What's going on?
Happy belated birthday. I saw you celebrating.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. It has been a good month so far, and I got
do it up. I must say, I love watching you enjoy life. I absolutely love it.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be trying to get it in.
You don't try to get it in, you gets it in, okay?
Amen. Yes.
Well, super excited. We're gonna give the family a few minutes to get in.
Okay,
we're gonna get started because we got about 45 minutes to spend with you. I don't want to waste your time. We want to get all this in. Anybody who misses it live, we got the replay. We'll put in the newsletter. We'll email it to them so they'll get to see it there.
Okay.
But super excited. I know a lot of people are probably still in Juneteenth celebration mode.
Yes, as they should be. As they should be.
I agree. I know there are a lot of different festivals around town and all of that. So I'm sure that's the same thing in everybody's town. So for those join us live, thank you. For those who catch the replay, we love you too.
That sounds good. Sounds real good. Awesome. Get situated here. All right.
Wonderful. All right. I see them all coming in.
Right.
Good evening, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. I want y'all to put a 1 in the chat if you are as excited about this topic as I am, okay? 1 in the chat. You're excited like I am. There we go. Here those ones come.
Great.
Nice. All right, we're gonna jump in and get this party started. I want you to welcome Dr. Kelly to the 10K Project. She is not a stranger. Those of you who have been around, Dr. Kelly came and talked to us about options trading a couple of years ago. And she has a course that she offers around that as well. She's an amazing woman. She does so many things, right? But amazing. The thing she does better than all that other stuff is she lives life. For anybody who follows Dr. Kelly, we see her travel. She has figured out a way, and we're going to learn a little bit about that tonight, but she has figured out a way to have freedom. And when I tell you that's the best teaching she's ever done, is just showing us what freedom looks like. You know, Dr. Kelly, thank you for that, because you are an inspiration. You really, really are. You are the person that makes somebody look at their life and say, I should be doing more for me. How do I get there? Right? What's the formula? What's the blueprint is what we're going to learn tonight, is what one of the blueprints are for doing that. But girl, you make freedom look good on this Juneteenth day. Yes, you do. So Dr. Kelly, tell us about you. Tell us about your background. Give us some background on you. And then let's jump right into this topic, which we named the Ultimate Amazon Blueprint.
Sure, absolutely. And thank you so much for that amazing welcome. And it is truly my pleasure, because I'm a teacher by profession. I started teaching years ago as a sidebar, because I was supposed to be a medical doctor on my way to medical school. And I started teaching just to take care of the student loans. And when I started teaching in South Central, so that ain't no joke, right? But I loved it so much that I had to call my parents and be like, I'm not going to become a medical doctor because I done found this teaching thing. Y'all mind? You know, because I was like, I know they're going to be mad as all get out. And they were like, you know what, whatever makes you happy, go. I was like, okay, great. You know, so I started teaching, and I was a math science teacher in South Central. And I just loved it. I don't know why, but it was just my calling. And it's a good thing I did that, because I actually learned specific strategies that I just kind of had to inherently learn, because I was like, okay, how do I teach math and science to kids that could care less about math and science? Okay. And so I had to make it fun. I had to make it exciting. We was playing games. We were playing math games. We was playing science games. I came up with some, I don't know. And I've been getting these downloads from the universe, and I've all my life, right? You know, and one, I was like, okay, let me make a science football game. Okay, one half of the class, they're going to be kicking off, and they're going to get send a ball, which is a question, to the other kids. And then they answer, and they go down the line. And I was like, and the kids loved it. They loved it, you know? And so I brought that kind of excitement and fun to when I started teaching people how to make money with Amazon. Okay. And I had to get out of teaching. And the reason why, as much as I love it, I was like, when I saw the whole thing with Columbine, and I was indirectly affected by that. And it was a big light, like, okay, I can't do this, you know. And I tried, I hung in there longer, and I went and did, you know, teaching kids who were on probation and kids who were in juvenile hall. And, you know, it went to a next level. I was in juvenile hall, and I had this little girl who was all of 4'9", 8 months pregnant, who was only in my classroom for 2 days, try to fight me. And it was one of them days. And I was like, I kind of gave her the universal symbol, like, what we finna do. And it was nothing but a miracle, because my kids know I love them. They do, right? She didn't know. She came in and she dealing with whatever she got on her plate, and why she just got in, you know, busted in juvenile hall 8 months pregnant. And what happened was, all of the rest of my students got up at the same time, and they all hugged me. Ooh. They all came and just hugged me, because they must have saw something. Because like I said, sometimes it's just that day, and that was that day. Right. And wherever I went, I was like, I guess we got to do what we got to do today, you know. And after I gave her because she kept coming up on me, the girl was like finna walk up on me while I'm teaching. Okay. So while I'm in the middle of teaching, I was like, hey, you need to go sit down. You know, and she kept coming. I was like, you need to go sit down. So when she kept coming, and I was like, I guess today is the day, the rest of my kids just converged on me and hugged me. And that brought me back.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, okay, you know, and it was just a moment. And I was like, I appreciated it and I understood, but I also understood I can't do this till I'm 65. This
Right.
ain't that's not gonna work,
Right.
because I ain't trying to hurt nobody's kid, but I sure am trying to get home to my kid.
So your kid, that's right.
Okay. So anyway, so that was my wake up moment of, okay, you need to go do something else. So what I found to do was Amazon e-commerce. And I got to share this story about how I got into it. So I always take my son on educational field trips, right? So I took him out of school one day and we went to the Get Motivated seminar by Les Brown.
Okay.
And the way that works is Les Brown has all these people that are doing different things. So some people's writing books, some people are selling real estate, some people are teaching about different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're in there and everybody gets a chance to speak on the stage for maybe 30 minutes. And then at the end, they have a weekend seminar that you can sign up for, whichever one lights you up, right? Well, since I was writing books, I got like 30 books on Amazon right now. So since I was writing books, I signed up for that. And since I'm in a real estate, I signed up for that. Okay. My son, who was 15 at the time, he comes up and excited and says, hey, Mom, I signed us up for the weekend webinar where the guy sold a haunted cane on eBay for $5,000. I looked at my kid like, have you lost your mind? You signed us up for that? What is wrong with you, right? And so I started that in my head. And then I said, wait a minute. You have a teenager who is excited about something other than girls.
Right.
You need to take him to this thing.
Right. Let's go see what's going on with the cane. Right.
So we got to go to this thing for the weekend. I got to pay for this thing. So we go there. So I'm sitting up in there. Remember, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday, we get there on time and everything. And I'm sitting in there like this. And then as I'm listening, I'm like,
a little more open to receiving this. Right.
Right. So that was that's how the whole thing of what unfolded Friday. And the guy was teaching stuff and he was like, so, this is how you do it, right? I said, okay. So I'm listening and he's like, and he's showing how to do things. And he's like, in the middle of the class, he's like, this would be a good thing to buy. And he's like, this, what you buy, you would buy something like this and turn around and sell it on Amazon, right? And so as he's teaching, I've always been a person of action. Mm-hmm. I take action. They say that people who are rich and wealthy, they make decisions quickly and they stay focused on those decisions. And I've always been that type of person. I don't, if it makes sense to me, if the ABC makes sense, hey, I'm in. So I ended up buying what he said, while he's busy up there talking, right? Because remember, I was like this in the beginning.
Right.
And then, so I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and buy what he said to buy, right? So I spent $800 on 3 vacuum cleaners. And by the time 3 weeks went by, I had sold those vacuum cleaners on Amazon for $1,400.
Wow.
And I was like, that's it? That's all you got to do? That's all you got to do? Buy stuff, turn around, sell it for more. That's it?
More.
Yeah. Let's go. Right. So that's how I began my journey into Amazon. And in 14 months, I had cleared 6 figures.
Wow.
Yes. So after I did that, a friend of mine was like, you need to teach other people how to do this. And I was like, I am a teacher. I love what I'm doing. Okay, let's go, right? And so I started teaching people and my clients started making money and doing amazingly well. And I took it to the next level where I started going to China.
I remember that. I remember seeing your trip.
Going to China, teaching people. I started taking clients with me to China, showing them the game. I took my son and my nephew. This is because I was like, I need to teach them I think they were 16 and 17 or 17 and 18 at the time, how to do this business, because anybody can do this business, right? It's so easy to do, right? Now, you don't have to go to China. You don't. There's a lot of people. I've had friends and colleagues who run their business from South America. Okay, that's where they live and they run their business. Okay, I've had clients in Dubai who run their business from Dubai. I've had people from all Canada. You can run this business anywhere. Okay, and no, you don't have to go to China. If you do, that's just one strategy of how to make money, but you don't have to do it that way. One of my clients, she cleared, I want to say, Sister Vanetta, she cleared, I think in her second year, she cleared, or third year, close to $1 million.
Wow.
You know, she went in and she just was going to Dollar Tree and Walmart and all kind of stuff like that. Yes,
Wow.
yes.
So just buying, again, conceptually, it's easy. Buying something cheap, selling it higher. Wow.
Okay. And that was it, you know. So then I said, well, you know, so I started teaching people, you know, like I do my stock options. I started teaching this and everything. And I gave a live presentation for Sister Robin. She had an Invest Like Her seminar back in 2018, 19, somewhere around there, you know, and just had a great time teaching, you know, being a guest speaker for her. And everything just kind of blew up after that, you know, and I just started doing it. And of course we had COVID and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, just started teaching as many things I can to help people get this bag so that you can what? Have the freedom that you want. You know, that's the name of the game, right? Not being attached or tied to a job just because that's what they told us we had to do. There's a whole different way of living out there, you know. So that mobile CEO life, I was like, I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. So with everything that we know about Amazon today, right? Thriving company, right? And a lot of people, like there are a lot of Amazon stores. Is this still a profitable business model, right? Because more people are doing it now. Is it still a profitable business model?
Absolutely. 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 Amazon makes, oh man, I was trying to remember what it was. I can't remember the exact number, 53 billion a year, something like that. Don't get me lying on the exact number, but the exact number I do know that's very important for the audience is this. The average brand new Amazon seller makes $30,000 a year.
Wow.
The average brand new Amazon seller. Now, somebody who's been in the game for a minute, that number goes all the way up to $800,000, $900,000 in a year. And I got a lot of colleagues who are knocking that out, you know, but just to get
a whole lot of investment dollars for us to put somewhere else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know,
wow.
So yeah, so it's wide open because I mean, so many people don't realize, especially back then, and people nowadays don't even realize that when you buy your cell phone case off of Amazon, you're buying it from somebody like me or somebody that I taught how to do it. Or if you're buying your socks, or if you're buying your jewelry, or if you're buying a shirt, now they're doing clothes. Back then, you know, when I was first into it, they weren't even doing clothes that much, but now they've got the whole level of getting clothes and what size do you want, all kind of stuff, but little stuff. And that's what I was teaching people how to do, finding the right products. Okay. So there's a whole strategy for understanding how to find good products, right? And my course that I designed, I teach people how to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna answer your question, but I'm gonna drop a couple of nuggets for folks as we're going. But go ahead with your questions. I want to make sure I get all your questions.
So Dennis says, is there a course or a webinar that you? Yes. So Dennis, we are going to. Y'all know I didn't bring somebody this amazing here without allowing you to learn how to do it, right? Absolutely. Dr. Kelly's going to tell us about a course that she has designed to teach us how to do this thing, right? This is not just information. We want to learn the blueprint, right? The goal is for us to be able to have the same freedoms that Dr. Kelly is talking about. So yes, Dennis, we will absolutely have an opportunity to learn how to do this. Yes. I see another question in the Q&A. Oh, Dennis asked the same question. Dennis ain't playing. Dennis had his question. He wanted to ask that. He was going to ask that question tonight. Yes, Dennis, there will be.
And you know what's funny about that is I offer different levels of courses because I always believed in teaching one-on-one, right? And my course started at 2,500, and then my advanced course was 5,000. And then when I take people to China and show them what to do step by step, it was 10,000. I've decided, I want to figure out a way to get the information to people. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know now, the course is online at your pace. It's only $999. So that way you already can get access to it. And the beautiful thing that I did was I put in that course my contacts in China. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Like business cards with the content of what they're selling and how much it is and how to reach them by email or phone. I put in some of the business cards of my contacts over there.
Fully vetted contacts. You've given us full access to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Most people hold that part back.
Okay. Yeah. So that's
See you,
love.
Dr. Kelly. I see you.
Because I want people to come up. I honestly do. I want people to come up. It's a lot of amazing information in there, but knowing that, and let me let y'all know, this is what I want you to do. When you get the course, so don't even play around. When you get the course, and I would say go straight to the back and look at all of them business cards I put in there and contact them. And here's what you do. I'm giving you the game right now. Contact them and say, what are your newest products for 2023? That's what you ask them. Okay. Please send me a list of your newest products for 2023. Okay. Now, when you get those list of products, you are going to go and look for similar products on Amazon. And you're going to be like, okay, well, this is how much those are on Amazon right now, the 2022, the 2021, the older versions. So now you can know what your profit margins are. Right. You already see it and you getting the new version of it. Okay. So that's already one thing I'm giving to y'all already. Okay. So make sure you do that and just say, hey, send me a list of all of your newest products. Okay. So I
love that. That's a nice gem. And it's funny because two things popped up. I think it was beginning of this month or end of last month. Two things popped up on social media for me that I had never seen before, right? And I'm an Amazon shopper, right? And I'm a sucker. I'm easy, right? Something pop up on that screen and I'm like, that looks interesting. So something I bought the other day was a holder for the Clorox wipes. Now, those Clorox wipes are fine in the container they come in, right? But for some reason, I saw a holder to put the container in that somehow was decorative and bought it. $29 I paid for this thing. But it was the first time I'd seen it, right? So the newness of things matters because we see the same stuff scrolling social media all the time. And when you see something that stands out, it catches your attention. You're like, even if you don't need it, even if it don't really make sense, you're like, I've not seen that before. I'm going to get it.
That's right. I
love that.
Yes. And it's funny for me when I scroll and I'll be like, I've never seen that before. Now, mind you, I've been to China and they have a huge, I can't even call it a mall. If you think of the biggest mall you've ever been in, take that mall and make it 20 times the size of it. That's where I go when I go. Okay. All right. And it has everything from children's toys on one end to hair, and I thought about going into that before it blew up. I thought about doing it, but since I rock my natural, I could do it. But anyway, they got baby stuff, toys, they got hair, they got car stuff, they got jewelry, they got, little stuff, household stuff. And it is like 100,000 stores in there, and I would go up and down the aisles, up and down the aisles, and I would be there for 10 days. And I would start at 9 a.m. and when it closed at 5, I'm just barely walking out of there. Okay. Wow. But I'm searching for products that are brand new. I'm looking, doing all my research. Like, okay, is that a good one? Okay. Then I'm doing my profit margins. And by the way, profit margins, just to give everybody another little gem. Amazon, you have to pay Amazon about 32-33%. Okay. So you always want to think, if I buy this thing times it by 3, the price of what it is in your hand as you're looking at it, right? Times this by 3. And then if that is the price that it's about going for on Amazon, you know that you can have some margin out of it. Okay. If you could times it by 4 or 5, that's a gem. Okay. So if it's going for $20 and you can buy it for 3, oh my God, that's awesome. Okay. But just know that the third is what you got to give to Amazon. The third is another third is how much you're going to pay to get it and shipped to you. And then the other third is your profit. So kind of think about it like that.
Okay. Very, very good. We've got a couple of
Yeah.
questions.
Sure.
So Jay says, what does it look like when Amazon competes against a winning product? I've heard them duplicating and competing.
Now that is a thing. They started their own, what is it called? Amazon. They came up with their own thing where you would be selling pencil holders for kids, and Amazon started doing it as well. Amazon, now let's not be, I don't want to disillusion anybody. Jeff Bezos is very shrewd. Okay. So there have been times where Amazon will come in and not take your information, but they be like, oh, I can send Amazon. Amazon is like, I can send somebody to China and get that too, and write Amazon on the cover. And by the way, that's one of the strategies, by the way. It's called, oh Lord, don't forget the name of it. It's right there by my brain. That's a trip. I had a brain fart. It's, somebody gonna tell me the name of it. It's gonna come to me in a second. But anyway, the idea is you go there and you find something, white label. Thank you. I knew somebody was going right. And you basically put your, so these are now the Dr. Kelly covers, phone covers, or the whatever, right? So yeah, so Amazon has done that. But again, with so many things out there and them coming up with new stuff in China, just like you mentioned, stuff I see now, I'm like, I don't remember seeing that, because people are coming up with new stuff all the time. And like I said, that's the key, is finding the new products that have not been out there. If you can come on the scene with the newest products, and here's the other thing that's major, the best pictures of those products.
And descriptions.
And the description.
I pass over more items because the description is not clear. It leaves a good example. So I'm getting ready to go on vacation, and I'm looking for a floaty because we're going to be on a boat, and I need something to float in the ocean, right? And the boat doesn't have enough for everybody, so you got to bring your own.
Right.
So I was looking for a floaty. So I'm looking for something lightweight because I got to put it in my suitcase, right?
Yes.
But I also needed to make sure it had the right weight capacity, right? Because I'm a skinny girl, right? And so nothing had the like a bunch of them that I saw didn't have the weight capacity on it. It was like they missed that. They had great pictures, great descriptions, pretty lady floating in the ocean, but nobody told me how much weight this darn thing could take. And I passed up the cheaper versions, right, of these items because it didn't have that information. And ended up going with one that had everything I needed, but it was a couple of dollars more. And in Amazon, well, a couple of dollars matter, right? Because you always see that little bit off. Yes. But the descriptions as well as the pictures are a big thing I think people are missing.
That's right. It is a whole formula to creating the best listing on Amazon. It starts with the best product. Okay, that can get you the best margins, but then you got to do all the stuff that's going to beautify, because people can no longer, well, let me see, how is it strong? Is it this and that? So you have to have the pictures convey everything to the eye, because that's how we're shopping now, as opposed to, well, let me turn it upside. You can't touch. So the best you can do is make those pictures pop, and then make it so that they talk about the difference between the features of a product. Here's another gem I'm gonna drop. The features of a product and the benefits of it. Okay. So it's one thing to say, oh, it's red and it's this and that, but another thing to write, it fits well in your hand. Okay. It's one thing to say, this product has these dimensions, as opposed to saying you and your friends could fit on the floaty.
Right.
Benefits is what makes people like, I can see myself on that. Oh, and me and my girl could be on there. Oh, See, it's a whole different thing when you put the benefits and people can, oh, okay. Oh, and if I drop it, it's gonna protect my phone. Okay, cool. Make sure it 10 drops and your phone is still fine. Something like that.
Right.
Okay?
Make them
Yeah,
already imagine owning it, is what I hear you saying.
absolutely.
Like it's already yours, and this is what your experience is going to be.
That's right. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I'm a shopper. I know. I know all the things that pull me in to being
Yes,
a consumer.
absolutely.
Wonderful. Guys, this is the opportunity to ask Dr. Kelly all the questions, right? All the
I'm telling you,
questions.
let's
Don't be
go.
shy. Let's do it. Don't be shy. I know y'all probably just waiting for the link. Is that what y'all waiting for? Y'all waiting for the course link?
Go ahead and drop the link then. Hey,
Let's go ahead and drop the link for them. Edward
and,
said, yep. Edward said, we just waiting for the link.
and you know what? Let me also give this huge Juneteenth gift. For the first 5 people, I'm gonna give it to you for half off. Okay. So let me go ahead and share the other link with
What?
let me share the goodie link real quick.
What?
Let me drop the goodie link real quick. Let me go ahead and pull that real quick. And let me go ahead and give the love out right now. Let me
You
find
received
that
that Juneteenth love. Dr. Kelly said, the hell with free-ish. You're gonna be free. You're gonna
That's right. That's right.
be free after today.
Yes. I'm just waiting for it to come up. Like, where is it? Yes. But anyway, keep asking questions while I'm finding that.
LaRon says, are you doing FBA, FBM, or a combination of both? So tell us what those letters mean.
Okay, cool. So FBA is fulfilled by Amazon. Okay, so that means I get all my products, and after I make sure everything is good, they look perfect and all that stuff, I send it into Amazon and let Amazon do all the sending to the different customers. Okay, so filled by Amazon. Then fulfilled by merchant, FBM. That means that when somebody orders through Amazon, I go to my shelf, my garage, pick it up, put it into a box, and send it to them myself. So that's for that. I've done both. I don't know why this is taking so long for this link to come up, but I'm gonna keep talking. I've done both, and I think it's important to do both so you understand how to do it in case you need to. You can make money both ways. Sometimes the margins are a little bit better with FBM if you do it yourself, but then the volume is what Amazon is going to get you, right? You know what I'm saying? Because if you got a good product that's flying off the shelves, you ain't got to be like, okay, let me go to the post office again with 18,000 boxes and Amazon, kind of like what I tell people when I say, when you buy a rental property, pay for a property manager, okay? Let them take care of the headache, and you just get your check every single month. Don't, so anyway.
I'm an FBA kind of girl.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you ain't trying to do all that. So yeah.
I love that. Tatiana says, hello, do you work with existing brands that want to sell their own physical products on Amazon? So Tatiana is, she's an amazing young woman. She has a perfume. Okay. So Tatiana, I'm gonna celebrate you for a minute, sweetheart. She's got a perfume, amazing perfume. Okay. So Tatiana, I imagine you want to get that item on Amazon. So would you work with, would you work with someone like her?
You know what? I'd be willing to help as much as I can. I'm not as hands-on anymore like I used to, but it would definitely be a mentorship that I'd have to, go back into those days where I'm doing it, hands-on and all stuff. So we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Wonderful. Anita, I see you in there. I see you in there, Miss Anita. You got Tatiana. So Anita and Tatiana and I are in an investment club together. So that's how we know each other. So Anita, if you can send Tatiana's information over to Dr. Kelly and vice versa, that'd be great.
Sweet.
Thank you for that. Denise says, is there still a backup on shipping from China?
It's not as bad as it was when we were going through that backlog. I remember visiting family over in California, and we went to Long Beach Pier, and I saw all these ships back to back. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And they were telling us that was the backlog of what was happening. So it's not as bad as it was before. It's not as bad.
Okay. Edward says, is this difficult to do? He said, I heard you can do this with not only Amazon, but Etsy. Also, I hear people sell digital coloring pages. Is that a good sell for products?
I have not heard of digital coloring pages. I haven't heard of that, but that's the beautiful thing about Amazon is there's so many things you can sell. And if you find, again, a product that is gonna, let me drop you guys another gem. If you go to junglescout.com/estimator, in that there's a free resource there. What you do is you go to Amazon.com, find the product you're interested in, find the numbers. You got to scroll down and go to where it's talking about the dimensions of the thing, like somewhere down the middle, usually on the left hand side. Find the number of that product, bestseller rank. Take that number, put it into that Jungle Scout estimator. Okay, plop it into there, right? And then whatever category it is, and it's going to tell you, that estimator is going to tell you how many of those things sell every single month, how much money it makes.
Wow.
That's another gem. Just there you go. You're welcome. So that way you can see.
Blinging us out and we don't even know it. With these gems, we blinged out over here.
See, so that way you have an idea of what's going to make you some money. What's, and so then you're like, okay, can I get in there? Can I, if it's a product that's making $5,000 a month, that means somebody else is already out there making $5,000 a month, right? On that product. So now your thing is, can I navigate into that space as a brand new seller and sell that and get a piece of that $5,000 a month? Or can I be good enough where I take over market share? Okay, now give y'all another gem. Oh Lord, how many more? We only got, I'm giving out so many gems, it's gonna be over the minute. Okay, so let me tell y'all another secret. Here's what you want to do. Okay, when you find a product that's making good money, you saw how I got quiet.
You saw how we leaned in a little bit.
Okay, when you find something that's a good product making good money, what you do is you find an ancillary product that goes with it and sell it as a bundle. You already know it makes money on Amazon. It always making $8,000 a month. Okay, let's just say it is the coloring book. Let's just say, right? If you can find a cheap little coloring marker to bundle with it, you now take over whole market share because ain't nobody selling a bundle. But guess what? They gotta buy something to go with it, right? There's most products have a product that if you put another one with it, people will be like, "Oh my God, it comes as a pack already. I ain't gotta go out and buy it."
It's a no-brainer, right?
That's another gem for you.
Okay,
Yep.
and looks like Miss Anita put the link in.
Thank you, Sister Anita.
The chat.
Thank you.
So guys, if you see that link that Anita puts in, that's the course.
Yes.
Then it says, is Amazon accepting private label food items? I remember at one time, Amazon would pick up your food products and sell it. It may have been specifically for Amazon Fresh.
I honestly never did Amazon Fresh. I can't speak on that. I don't know that one. Yeah.
Brittany says, do you exclusively source from China, or are there other places that you've sourced from?
I think I may once have sourced from India, maybe, or Turkey, but China is usually where you can go and get the best prices, right? Yeah. And one thing I also want to share is the strategies. So I'm gonna tell you another drop. We have to find the right strategy for us. Okay, so private label is where you are actually saying, I want to get something and either create it or make a better version of what's already there and then put my name on it, right? Or my logo or my branding on it, right? So that's one thing you could do, okay? The other is you can do what's called retail arbitrage. And that's basically where you go to Walmart, Walgreens, these are all places I've been, Dollar Tree, 99-cent store, find something, make it nice and pretty, get some good pictures and throw it up on there, retail arbitrage. Then there's wholesaling, where you can go and find companies that are selling lots of the same thing, a lot of, so it might be 80 of fill in the blank, 80 of the bags that have whatever, that are good for waterproofing bags. And they got 80 of them. So you buy all 80 at a discount. That's wholesaling. So those are 3 of the different types of strategies that you could utilize as you're becoming an Amazon seller. I've done every single one of them. I've done them all, you know, and for me, I just enjoyed going to China because I could find such a variety of products, right, at my fingertips, and just, you know, pick the best one, get the best prices, and then make the most profit.
I love that. Something that came to mind. So a few months back, Dr. Kelly, we did a session on pallet flipping.
Yes.
And that just popped into my head to
Yeah.
combine this with that, right? And you do it's still the retail arbitrage, but it's with the pallet, right? You're buying this pallet of goods,
Yes.
oftentimes a variety of goods on the pallet.
Yeah.
And now you can put all of that in your Amazon store.
Absolutely.
Wow. Denise said that came to my mind too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very nice. Brittany
Yeah.
says, what challenges this is a great question. What challenges have you encountered with importing, or overall, if you can talk about some of the challenges overall?
Let me think. With importing, I think before I found my hookup guy, before I found him in particular, one of the challenges was finding the best shipping prices. Okay, so I would open up an account with FedEx. I would open up an account at DHL, and that would be my carrier. And I would tell the person on the other end, hey, here's my account number, blah, blah, blah. So that was a little bit of a challenge because sometimes they didn't use that person. So I was thinking I was doing the right thing by finding something and therefore getting the best things. But so that's one, is the shipping, is getting the best prices. So now what I've learned to do is just ask them over there, hey, who do you use and what's the best price you can give me through whoever you use. So I would say that's one of the biggest ones. God is good. I never had my shipments held up at port. I was always blessed and lucky, so I never had that happen to me. I do know it's a thing, it's possible. Let me think of anything else that was a challenge. Here's a funny one. I talk about the bundle thing, which is a great thing. This was a challenge that really kind of, okay, but I sent everything in as a bundle. Okay, so it was in separate packages, right? So the 2 or 3 things were in a package, right? And so I sent in, let's say 50 of those, right? So when Amazon gets it, it shows up in my thing as 150. I'm like, I know I only sent in 50. What's going on? And I was like, okay, all right, whatever, right? And then I started getting, and here's the challenge, I started getting reviews, negative reviews, bad reviews, saying it was missing this, or it only came with this. And I'm like, did they open up my bundles and start selling?
Open the bundles, sold them separately.
Oh Lord Jesus, oh Lord Jesus. All right, so and it was a good product too. It was something that was new that I had found. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of money off of this. It took Amazon about 3 months for them to realize the mistake that they had made and try to recover it. And by 3 months, other sellers
are now selling that same product.
And they came in and I was like, oh, a lot of money I missed on that one, baby. So every now and then you'll find something crazy like that. The way around it is get stickers. I think it's called stickermule.com. Go to stickermule.com, get a sticker that says bundle. Put that on the thing. So that way the 50 that you send in, the the person who's making minimum, and I ain't gonna say they're making minimum wage because I don't know how much Amazon's paying their people out there, right? But they'll know, oh, don't open this up and put them
Right.
on the shelf separately,
Right. It's
so
together. Yeah.
it's together,
Yeah.
yeah.
This
So
is
that
a
was
set.
probably it's a set, right. Leave the set alone, so.
Right.
So yes, I remember that was one of the challenges, but again, stuff like that doesn't happen often. But you're dealing with people and sometimes
Yeah.
people ain't thinking and what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Joy said, is there a block on cosmetics selling third party or private label?
I have to be honest. I never did cosmetics, so I don't know. That was never my thing because I'm an au naturel type of sister. So there are certain products, like I'm saying about the hair weave stuff. I was thinking about doing it because I know it was money in it, but I just couldn't do it because I'm not a weave person. So, and I'm not cosmetic, so I don't know about those. I'll be honest.
Thank you, Anita, for putting the sticker mule there. Sharnetta says, does the course include information about drop shipping?
No, I didn't do drop shipping. I've done drop shipping. Now, let me tell you my experience with drop shipping. I know a lot of people have made money with drop shipping. My only problem with that was okay, and by the way, for people who don't know, drop shipping is where you put up a product. Somebody, Jeff over in Alabama, buys the product. I now call the company, my supplier, and say, hey, send this. Jeff paid me, send this to Jeff. Okay. Now it works, but you don't know what the product that gets to Jeff looks like. You don't know if it's broke. You don't know if it shows up as, nicely packaged, right? And Amazon, it's a good thing for Amazon purchasers, like people who are buying, like you buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. It's good for you, but for us sellers, it's a challenge, right? Because y'all complain about everything.
Right.
Oh, the box had a dent in it. Well, how was the product? Was the product fine? Yeah, but the box had a dent in it.
But the box had a dent, so it could be compromised.
And Amazon, as everybody knows, they have complete market share of everything because they take refunds for any and everything. Okay, so yeah, so because of that, I did it, so I know how to do it, but I just didn't feel confident because the person who received it may not have even received it. It may have been messed up when they got it, and now the reviews they put on your product, you have to go fight that review. Okay. And I've done all of that, and you have to put on your best customer service voice. And, I'm so sorry that, the shipping came the way it did, how can I, you got to give them a refund, you got to give them a free this and that and that. So I'm more of I want to see it and inspect it first. Okay. And that way I know when I send it into Amazon, that's another thing. I suggest everybody take pictures of your products before they go into Amazon. That way, you know how it left you. And by the way, that is another gem, by the way, is here, I'm gonna give you two at the same time. All right, cool. All right, so is you take a picture of what it is when it leaves you. So therefore, when Amazon has any issue, you be like, nope, this is how it was when it left me. So I can't help how it got there because I know when I sent it into FBA, it looked like this. That's one gem. Here's the other one. So one thing that I did was I used to sell foot products, okay? And I would bundle them and I would give a free book. And the book was on a business card. So I had business cards made and I had the link so they can go get the book. That was way back before all this stuff they're doing now. So anyway, so now if somebody returned the package and they did not return it with the business card in there and Amazon had given them a refund, I'd be like, oh, wait, no, Amazon, hold up. The bundle had 3 things in there. And that business card didn't come back. Y'all see that snap picture? You see that business card didn't come back? I need my money about you, player. And Amazon always gave me my money back.
Okay.
For you. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, these are things we would not intuitively know. These are gems. These are absolutely gems. Dennis says, if someone buys your course today, how soon can they expect to be in a position to start making money? How much time will they need to spend learning the course daily?
Okay, that's a good question. I would say about a week should get you on your feet to begin doing the retail arbitrage. Oh, by the way, I didn't say this. Please go get the Amazon Seller app.
Okay.
Okay, there's a couple things I wanted to make sure I put in my notes to tell you guys. One is go get the Amazon Seller app. With that app, it has a bar reader screen, a thing you can read. Okay, so basically you take whenever you have like an hour or two to spend, you take your Amazon Seller app, go to Walmart, Walgreens, wherever, and you're going to be scanning products. Just go up and down the aisle scanning products. And again, you're doing the calculation. If in your hand, if you multiply this by 3 and the price that they're selling for on Amazon is that amount, or if you can get it for less than that, that's how you know it's a good product. That's your retail arbitrage. And that's how you're saying, okay, I can make money off of this product. Okay. You can start doing that today. That's just free gem right there. Just go ahead and get the Amazon Seller app, go to Walmart, Walgreens, wherever, all the places I've always, I used to kill it over at Bed Bath & Beyond. They going out of business now. I ain't gonna say I ran them out of business, but I used to go over there and kill them over there because I would find stuff for like, $5 that I could sell on Amazon for 22. And I'm sitting there like, I would always say that in my mind, I was like, how come people just don't go to Bed Bath & Beyond and get this thing? I would say it to myself, but I'd be like, oh, well, they didn't.
I mean, think about some of the other stores, like a TJ Maxx, a Marshalls, a Tuesday Morning. Yeah, baby.
Exactly. So yeah, so with that app, anybody can get started. Like with basically what I just told you now, you can get that app, go spend 2 hours at any of the stores we just mentioned, start scanning. And when you find something that is a 3-to-1 or better ratio, you got your first product. And everything is trial and error after that, right? It really is, because it's all about finding the best product, but at least get started with the information and trying everything out so that you'll know what exactly to do step by step. So just try it out now. If you're interested in, just go do it now. Ain't nothing holding you back. It's an app. Download the app, go start seeing if you can make that 3 times value.
Very good. Dennis says, do you need to have a garage or some type of space to store your projects if your products, if you're going to do, I guess, even FBA or FBM, right? Because you have to have the products to ship them to Amazon. Absolutely. So you need some place to hold them in the interim.
Yes, you do.
Very good. Yeah. LaRon says, do you talk about getting products ungated? So tell us what that means.
Ungated. So there's a huge, okay. Ungated means can you sell this particular product? Okay. Let me give you a wide example. Let's just say you go to Walmart and you find some Nikes that have been marked down to $22, and these Nikes sell for $130. You finna make some change. But you have to see on the app, and I would tell you, click on it to see if it will let you sell those Nikes, right? Because if you can't sell them, that means there's a gate around it and only certain people can sell Nikes, or only Nike can sell Nikes.
Okay.
So that's what gated and ungated means. You got to get permission to sell certain things. Certain things, it's wide open, you can do your thing, but certain things that are already branded, you have to ask for permission to get ungated.
Very good.
Yeah.
Dennis says, how hard is it to fight a bad customer review?
I've done it, and I had all these templates and that I created. Basically, it's amazing customer service is all it is. You can't ask somebody, if I give you this, will you take the review down? You can't ask that. Okay. But aside, if you finesse that without saying that, then you can get them to take it down. Okay. But you can't say it straight up like that. You just gotta, you gotta finesse it. Yeah.
Okay. Dennis says, if you're doing FBA, how close should you be or live to one of the distribution centers?
That's not even important. It's not important. My son, when he was in high school, there was a FBA distribution center a block away from his high school. Whenever I would send stuff in, they would make me send the stuff to Washington and Georgia and New York. And I was like, because now I got to pay for all that shipping.
Right.
Can I just roll up to the place around the corner from the kids' school and just drop it off? Nah. You have to send the product to where Amazon wants that product so that Amazon can deliver it on a Sunday, or they can deliver it the next day. So they know what products need to be here based on the desires of the customers. So it don't matter where you live. It don't matter. They'll tell you to send it across country, and God doggone well, you could just drop it off down the street. So
right.
Yeah, that's not even there.
Patrice says, how much of a product should you start with before buying too much at first?
That's a great question. I always would try to do, if it was something in a store, I would say about 100, maybe $100 of that product. Right now, again, if you can find something crazy, like, this wild example, if you can find the Nikes on sale for 22 and they sell for 130, and if you can sell them and be ungated, get every single one in the store.
Right, buy all that you can see. Right.
Okay,
right.
Get every single one. If it's a situation like that, right? I mean, I don't care if it's if it's $3,000, get every single one if you can sell it, but make sure you have permission to sell it. Okay. But yeah, if it's a good product like that, get every single one you can.
Very good. Brittany says, my last question has been answered. Oh, good. So very good. Thank you, Brittany.
Cool.
Edward says, is drop shipping like Shopify? He
Yes.
says it's been challenging and I've been struggling to do that. That's why I'm trying something online that can make me money online while I work as a side hustle. Yes.
And that's exactly what I did. Let me answer the other question again with a different scenario. Okay. The question was something effective. How many should you get? If you are not, so there's not a situation where it's something popular where it's going to sell. If it's something where you're like, let me try this brand new product out, then you want to spend not a lot. You're not trying to go all in and buy 1,000 of these widgets and you don't know if those things are popular. Right. Then you want to get maybe 50 of them, maybe 20 of them to see if it's going to be a good thing. Okay. So if you don't know that it's going to be a winner, then you want to go in with a smaller quantity so that you can test it out on Amazon and see what you're going to get. Okay.
So I love the idea of the retail arbitrage to kind of get started, right?
Absolutely.
I'm an all-in kind of girl, right? So I'm going to the back of the course and I'm looking for business cards with the contacts with the China people, right? That's what I'm going to do. And so my question there is,
there you go.
What are the volumes like there, right? Do you have to buy a certain quantity there of the items that you find that you like?
Yes. And on many of them, I put MOQ, minimum order quantity. I think I wrote it on the business cards so that you can see if they say, okay, you have to order a minimum of 200, you have to order a minimum of 1,000 or whatever it is. I tried my best to write it on the business card itself. That way you would already know. And you can always ask them, hey, don't tell them that you already have that information. Just ask them, hey, what's your MOQ? And then you can kind of be like, okay, I already know I'm going to do that. And then you start negotiating with them. Okay. And everything is a negotiation. Okay. All right. Here's another hint. Here's another gem. I would suggest you assuming the persona of, and I hate to have to do this, but it's something I had to do to do what I had to do. Hi, my name is Jane, and this is me typing to them. Hi, my name is Jane, and my boss told me to contact you to see about doing a partnership. My boss, he said blah, 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 and I want to do a good job for him. So it's very important that I get the best price. So okay? Because unfortunately, that is a thing in the culture for them.
Culture, right? We get it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so if
we
I
get it.
went, I got a lot of hookups simply because I wasn't Dr. Kelly, the owner of the company. I was Jane working for him, whoever he was, and then they understand that, you know. But if you come in there like the boss you are and be like, hey, da 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 da, then they're like, oh, there's no wiggle room for you to negotiate.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can always negotiate if you say, I'm getting this quote from you for my boss. And after I delivered the quote to him, he didn't like that price. Can you give me a better quote? See, it's easier to negotiate that as opposed to you're the last person, right? Put it off on him, the boss. My boss was not happy with me and I really don't want to get fired. They understand stuff like that, right? You know,
Right.
play the game. I'm giving y'all
Yep,
free.
that's it. That's it.
I'm giving free game.
I love it. So Denise says, so great. You created the course. You gave us the contacts, right? Which I'm still blown away by that. But you gave us the contacts. Denise wants to know, do you still make the trips to China?
I've been, COVID messed me up, and of course I couldn't go. And I felt bad about that because I'm like, my dude is still over there. I was like, I want to go see my dude, right? So I still can go. And since y'all know I like to travel around the world anyway, I just hit my 53rd country on my 53rd
Did you?
birthday.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. Thank you. So I'm down to go. Yeah, don't say nothing. I'm down to go, But again, if I do that and showing people the what you do on the ground, it's costly. It is.
Right,
It is,
right.
So but I'm willing to do it because I love doing it, and it'd be good to go back. So yeah.
This is wonderful. I want to recap. Anita, if you can drop the link for us again. So just to be clear, what the offer is. The regular course, $997, you said, right?
$9.99, yes.
$999, excuse me.
Uh-huh.
It includes everything we need to get started. Like I said, y'all heard her. She included even the business card contacts of her China Connect, right? Somebody give you their Connect, they want you to be free. That is not a thing normally, right? Everybody hold back the Connect. They tell you about the opportunity, but everybody holds back the Connect. Dr. Kelly did not hold back the Connect. You get all of that. If you're the first 5 people to buy this course, it's giving you 50% off. Now, if I was one of y'all, I would have already bought it because I'd have already been one of the 5. But see, I'm talking to y'all, so y'all know I can't be over here trying to walk in. So y'all gonna get that 5 without me. Y'all gonna get that 5 without me. That's okay. I'm gonna take the L on the 5. But be the 5. Be one of the 5, right? And if you can't be one of the 5, be the next 5 that get it out the $9.99, because I still think that's a good price because she gave you the Connect. What's the meme say? Is that what the meme does? The meme brainer here, right? Oh my goodness. This has been, thank you, Anita. So both links have been dropped.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Sister Anita.
Oh, Dennis said he only sees the $9.99. So let's make sure we put the 50% off one in there.
Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna drop. Okay, I see. I think I dropped one now. Just check to make sure that the one I just dropped at $659. Check that link.
Actually, the one you just dropped is $4.99.
Okay, there's a half off. That's half off. That's
half
it.
Off. That's good math.
Your market said go.
And go, right? Let's see him fight over the 5 slots. That's right. I just got the imagery of like Christmas time in the toy department. Right? Oh my goodness. Let me see. We got one more question.
Yes.
And this is a good question, Denise, because I had this written down too. I know that the niche is important, right? Finding your niche. And so Denise says, what's the best category to start with?
I think home and household. I think that's the best niche.
Okay.
Home and household. Okay. Because those are the things that are, okay, I'm gonna drop another gem for you guys. You want to find a product that is evergreen.
Mm.
Okay. Something that is useful all throughout the year, and something that runs out, that people got to get more of.
Ooh, that runs
That's 2 gems
out.
right there. Yes. Okay. Something they got to buy over and over and over again, and they got to buy it all throughout the year. It's not seasonal. There you go.
Got it.
Yes,
Got
yes,
it. I'm gonna
yes.
make a necklace with all these gems. I'm string them up right here.
There you go.
Man, I love it. I love it. I love it when people come here with the open heart to teach us how to win. I just like that just does things to me inside that is unexplainable. Thank you so, so much.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you so much. I absolutely love this. We got the gems tonight, guys. We got the discounted link. That was a surprise. That was not expected. We got the discounted link. We're going to put, for anyone who, the 5 of y'all got to get it tonight, obviously, right? To be the 5. But for anyone watching the replay, we're going to have Dr. Kelly email us that link. We're going to put it in the newsletter for the $9.99 price. So you'll have that in the newsletter if you missed copying the link. But this has been a great session. Any other, Denise, you'll get the replay in the in your email. Talisha will send that out probably this evening. You'll get that, and the chat typically is part of the the replay. You should be able to see that as well. So I said Denise, but I meant Dennis, excuse me. Well, you'll get that this evening. Another great session. Dr. Kelly, thank you so, so much. Any final words for the community other than freedom? That's and guys, I'm telling you, if you start following Dr. Kelly, organically, you're going to want to be free. If you think you want to be free now, you see how this woman lives, right? She just lives a happy life, right? And you can't help but celebrate her. You cannot help but celebrate her and be excited for the journey her life has taken her to. And the fact that she is forever that teacher, right? This might not be Compton, but you are forever that teacher. And we are grateful to be your students. So thank you for sharing everything that you do, from the options trading to this and all the things in between that you do and that are coming. Thank you so very, very much.
It is truly my pleasure. So I guess I'm gonna leave y'all with this last, I guess it's a gem. When you are first starting out, Amazon, they hide, when you first start out, they hide the different plans. They'll make you start paying $39.99 as a professional seller. There's a link that you got to kind of go and look and find so that you can be an individual seller. Individual sellers, you're not paying $39.99 every single month off the gate. What you're doing is you're paying, every time you sell something, you pay 99 cents. You're paying Amazon a quick 99 cents. Okay. So what you want to do is stay as an individual seller as long as you can until you get to the point where you're selling 40, 50 things a month consistently. Then it makes mathematical sense to become a professional seller. Okay. But in the meantime, as you're just learning the thing, don't get caught into paying $39.99 every single month in the beginning.
Right. No, that's a good gem. Thank you so much for that. I saw someone, Laverne, you asked if I could drop the links on social platforms. No, because this is a member only session, Miss Laverne. Membership has its benefits, and tonight is one of those benefits. So we'll put it in your email. You'll get it in your email, and then you'll get it in the member newsletter. Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Kelly. Peace and blessings, my love.
All right. Blessings to you, sis. It's great to see you.
Bye. Bye, everyone.